see you around there. Oh, baby boy. Hello, Fifi. Good morning, Palin. Good morning, Gerry. Morning, Fifi. Morning, Carl. How you doing? How's it going? Wait, it's not Monday, is it? It's Tuesday. Have I put the name wrong? What day is it today? It's Tuesday, isn't it? Oh my gosh. I'll have to wait for a... Oh wait, can I change it? What does this do? I have a... Sienna, can you change the name to Tuesday, please? Please do change the name, if you can. I think I just put Tuesday out of... Because did I not do one? Oh, of course I didn't do one yesterday. Thank you, Sienna. Mazaira, thank you very much for the 29 months. Thank you. How you doing? How's it going? It's because when I loaded up the screen, it said Friday was the last one I'd done, because obviously I didn't stream on this channel yesterday. So I was just like, oh, I guess it is Monday. Oopsie. It's only the second day of the week and I'm already forgot. Megalomaniac, thank you very much for the 30 months. Big 30. Oh my gosh, the big 3-0. Fifi, do you want your pellets? Morning, lazy rat. I'm awake and definitely didn't stay up all night. I am sus. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Minion. Chris, thank you very much for gifting us up to Lazy Bat. That's very kind of you. And Ellie. Wait, I've mixed everyone up. Megalomaniac was the 43 months and Ellie was the big 3-0. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, what is wrong with me today? What is wrong with me? I'm all over the place. I'm all catawampus. Do you know what? I felt so tired yesterday, and then I did such a big sleep this morning, so I do feel very fuzzy. And all it was... Hello. Oh, bunnies, I need to get your pellets. I'm sorry. So I got up in the morning and did morning bean. I did a what you call it? I had to go for a blood test early. So I got up, went to get the blood test, then I had to go to the pharmacy, and then I had to go to the shop. And then I had to go straight into the office for a recording for something. And then I was recording until 1:40, and then I started my stream at 2. So I had time to literally run down the road to grab a wrap, which sounded weird, but I thought, you know what, I'll be brave and I'll try it. And it actually was quite nice. And then I was streaming for 3 hours. And then I waited outside the office for my bus for 40 minutes. Well, no, first I marched into town because there's a present I wanted to get someone that's only sold in one particular shop. And then Rowdy, thank you very much for the... Oh my gosh, a whole 2 years. Wow, another milestone. And Lima, thank you very much for the 40 months. Good morning, Brady, Ffion, Gerry, and Chat. Good morning, Lima. How you doing? No, sadly, it wasn't an ooey rap. Good morning, Silent, as well. So yeah, where was I? Morning, Steve. So I had a very short time to get lunch, and then I was streaming, and then I was marching around town trying to find this present that I didn't end up getting. Then my bus didn't show up, so I was like, do you know what, I'll just go back to the office so I can walk home with Alex. So I walked back to the office, and then we didn't end up leaving the office until 7, I think. So then I had to get home and do dinner, and then I was doing Jingle Cats editing, and then we did a Dota, and then we did more Jingle Cats editing. And then I was like, "Do you know what? I've socialized so much today. I just felt absolutely wiped out. I was like, I've had to say all the words. I think it's just doing like recording um, straight into streaming. So I had like 6 hours of just being on. And then 2 hours of socializing afterwards. I was just like, oh. What's caused this Dota resurgence? It's because, well, it all starts with the international. The international sort of drags people back in. Morning, chef. You're the best blue sub badge now. Nice. Nice. Yeah, the international always drags people back in. And then we just have two friends who they like to Dota, and it's the only thing. Well, basically, they either want to play Siege or Dota, and I don't want to play Siege. So that's why we play Dota. Fifi, your head is right up there. Good morning, B. Oh no, not a Gerry snuff. He's been so good the last few days and hasn't had any sneezy fits. A poor little boy. I've not had to nebulize him in a few days because he's been all right. But you're good at Siege. Do you know what? I can't even tell you which one Siege is. I sort of forget the difference between the shooty pew pew games. I don't even remember when we did it. I'm paranoid about how I say the word now. Slut. You get something and you slot it in. Why does it sound so much like it? Slot, 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 slot. How do you, I need to learn how to say it properly. Is the accent it is. I've never noticed it before until then. Oh, Sienna, for context, so they were like, oh, can you come into the office? Can you come into the office and record like a nice thing about your favourite Jingle Jam moment? So I was like, oh yeah, that's nice and wholesome. So I went to say that last year I had 2 sections in the schedule. That was one with Kirsty and one with Xylas. But then I said last year I had 2 slots, and then I was like, it sounded like I said. I was like, wait, did that sound like I said sluts? So I was like, okay, I'll just say it by a different name. So I was like, I had 2 streams, and then I said to Sarah, like, oh, it's fine because you won't keep that in. She was like, no, we're keeping that in. I was like, oh. So now there's just a video of me on the main Twitter and maybe TikTok and Instagram. I'm like, oh, that's not what I said. I had 2 slots. See, why does it? I feel like I'm trying to say it the right way, but it just comes out the wrong way. Good morning, Hanson. How are you doing? Dear, oh dear. This is my slot theory, yeah. Oh. Dear, oh dear. It's like the Yanni Laurel thing, yeah. Have a wisdom, I'm going to make noodle soup. Ooh. Noodle soup. Is mulligatawny a noodle soup? Mulligatawny. Oh, sorry, Sienna. No, they're not being naughty. There is context. It's the fairy thing all over again, I guess. It turns out that there's also slut. Fairy. Oh. Just Indian spice, I think. What's the soup that has pasta in it? What a start to the day. I keep getting the edge. Oh, minestrone, that's the one. That's the one. I I keep getting the urge to have rice for breakfast. Um, I started making this rice dish that I really like, and now I just want to eat it all the time. All the time. Not rice pudding, like just like rice with what they call it rainbow rice from the place I get it, where it has like pepper and peas and sweet corn and carrot. This is very tasty. I think it's just a sign that it's getting into winter time when you want to have hot breakfasts. Which of my floors is your favourite? I can't think of any floors that you have, Squid. Floors? I don't know. Do you have any floors? I'm sure everyone has floors, but I can't think of any. The wooden one's the best, yeah. The first floor. Just don't tell Cosy and Ffion. Good morning, Blee. Fear of goats. I mean, I can understand why people would be scared of goats. I love goats, but I can understand why people find them a little bit spoopy, because I guess if one charged at me, I would be terrified, because they do have big horns, and they can be quite scary. And they are a bit mad. In a good way. But yeah, I wouldn't begrudge anyone being scared of him. Simon, I told Simon yesterday that I have a fear of sunflowers, and he was like, "What's wrong with you?" It's like, "Oh, I just find them creepy." It's because we were talking about, do people know what the calendar girls are? Like basically you get these calendars. I don't know if they do them still, but it's the Women's Institute do these like nudie calendars, and there's always a sunflower in the picture. I don't know why. I don't know if it's to do with the charity that they raise for, or if that's a symbol of the WI or something. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen the film, but yeah, I was saying that the pictures, like, all I can see is the sunflower, because like that's just where my eyes are drawn to, because I'm like, It was like, why would anyone have a fear of that? It's like, they're creepy and weird, and I don't like them. And spooky little things. You have honey nut cornflakes this morning. Nice. I wish they would do like a vegan version of those, because they're so tasty. Oh my gosh. Last night I had such a faff with trying to sort out the buns room. Because they've just started peeing in one particular place, and I don't know how to stop them from doing it. If that's where they want to go, it's where they want to go. But yeah, it's one of those things that if their wee wasn't dangerous, I wouldn't mind. But because they have this thing now where I have to clean up their wee with bleach every day, it does make it slightly more difficult. Tea. Fifi, you've got such fuzzy little cheeks now that you're molting. The buns have been doing okay, yeah. They're put a second litter tray there. Well, see, this is what I did. I put a tray underneath their litter tray that's bigger than their litter tray, and now they just wee up the side of that tray instead. So I'm just like, why? Why must you always wee up the side of something? You're little monsters, aren't you? Can end up with like a whole babushka doll of trays. until eventually one poop lands in the right place. That even bigger tray. It's true, Rob. See, this was all the vet said. The vet was like, I was like, how am I meant, what should I do about this? And she was like, well, this is why we don't advise keeping bunnies indoors. I was like, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your input. It does not help me. I'm not kicking these little babies outside. Do, do. Hello. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to see how these medicines that they're on at the moment, if they help at all. Because I guess, I mean, I don't really know how it works. I don't know if once the thing is suppressed inside them enough. Well, the dangers of bunny wee. Usually, nothing at all. But the bunnies have tested positive for something called E. caniculi, which is a parasite that is spread by the spores in wee. So they're on a suppression medication at the same time as having to bleach their wee, because bleach is one of like 3 things that is known to kill the virus. So the other 2 not really being household liquids. So yeah, it's one of those things that you can suppress it, and then they wee on. It's why I don't put hay in their litter tray anymore, because if they then wee on it and then eat it, they're just reinfecting themselves, sort of thing. So it's trying to break that cycle, which is made very difficult by little bunnies who keep on trying to wee on the floor. Because the cycle at the moment is that I will clean up a wee, and I'll clean it with bleach, and then I'll cover it over with white vinegar so that it's safe for the bunnies. And then Gerry will march over and be like, this smells weird, I'll make it smell like me again, and then he'll wee on it. And I'm just like, Gerry. So it's sort of an ongoing issue at the moment. And it's been, and you're not supposed to mix bleach with the ammonia in the wee, because that can make chloroform. What a night sham. Maybe this is why I'm so sleepy all the time at the moment. I'm just slowly gassing myself every night to be eepy. But yeah, it's all part of the bunny's plan. Maybe if she's sleepy, she'd give us 2 breakfasts. But yes, we're slowly getting there. I think eventually I will just buy them some new carpet and try and go from there. Why do you know how chloroform is made? It's because I looked it up. Because I was so paranoid about having to use bleach, I looked it up, and then that was one of the things that it said, and I was just like, hang on, isn't wee ammonia? So is this what I'm doing? So yeah, dear oh dear. But I don't know if like once the virus is calmed down, I don't know if we can like relax on it a bit, or if it will still be as potent in their wee. So that it will just always have to be a thing. I don't know. What would help is if they would just stop weeing everywhere and wee in their designated place. Slowly building up immunity. Oh, like iocane powder. It's they just seem to take it every time I try and find a new way to stop them doing it. They seem to take it as a new challenge. But yeah, We'll get there, eh, bunnies? I'm hoping that when they're away for Christmas, maybe that will like reset their habits and they go back to just weighing in the place that they're meant to. Bunnies ate my string line and measure tape over a tape measure overnight. As queen of buns, I demand recompense. Uh-oh. Wait, did like bunnies nibble through it or something? Rosabo, thank you very much for the sub for the 45 months. How you doing? How's it going? How be do? But yeah, I hope it was. Although I don't really know what to do about Christmas, I'll be honest. Hello. Look at this baby boy with his little cherub cheeks. Because I do worry about the bunnies being elsewhere and getting all stressed. I don't want to focus on you. Are you too fuzzy? You're Christmas. I can't believe how soon Christmas is. Oh, tomorrow is the bloomin' Jingle Cats deadline as well. Holy Penguin, thank you very much for the follow. So I need to make sure that is finished. I thought I'll just chuck it all together last night and then see if there's any shots that are missing. And I think there's like 2 things that I need to record, so I'll do those. The Buns Advent calendars haven't arrived, but I've received notifications that they've both been sent. So hopefully Bristol Post will be kind and they will both arrive on time. Yeah, Fimgie's crossed. It'd be a bugger if both were late. At least they can have one if one arrives. And then just catch up with the other. Come on in, Bubble. How you doing? Oh my gosh, though. November needs to be made about 3 days long, guys. But yeah, then all of a sudden we're just into Jingle Jam and the schedule goes out the window. I have to suddenly think where I am meant to be and who with and what to do. No, I like December, Sienna. It's where the Jingle Jam is. Because I think in the first week, well, I'm doing Sunday, Monday, and Thursday, I think. So yeah. And then I think in the second week I've got 4 things, maybe? So yeah. I don't know and see. I just keep on thinking I can hear a person outside, and I'm thinking, is it the post? Did berating the post work again? Why am I not in the plate up though? Who is it? They've got a lovely group for it, haven't they? It's like Ted, Boba, Simon, and not Simon, Sips and Lewis, I think. Maybe I can't remember. All big Plate Up fans. There's just too many people that love Plate Up. That's what it is. Just so many Plate Up rappers. Kirsty and I have been bumped. It's become too cool. We liked it before it was cool. Come on, Auras. But yeah, it's time to pass the torch. I mean, to be fair, I guess I think Pet does play it a lot more than I do now, because he likes to do his automated restaurants. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, I still get to be in some very lovely things. Hello. But the things in, as lovely as the first week is, the things in the second week are the things I'm very looking forward to. Like, Kerry Christmas will be very lovely. It's always lovely spending time with those two, but there's like more special jingly jam things in the second week that I'm excited to be part of. Also just general things that I'm excited to with those two. Oh dear. Kirsty has banned us from the server because she's doing something secret on there. So, oh, also, I should be able to do bun streams on every day apart from, I want to say next Thursday or something. I think that's the only morning slot that I have. Oh, I guess not next Thursday, the one after. I think that's the only one that I do. What is the name of the brown bunny? He's called Gerry. He's a little Gerry boy. Look at he. Oh yeah, got the tree up already. Got it up early. The bunnies have already tried to eat a lot of it. Wait, is it? What have I already got that's on the schedule? It's the Kirby Craft Christmas, then the 4-player games, then the the Dead by Daylight tournament with Mousy. Lifelike, thank you very much for the 39 months. Getting in one more sub before Yingo Yams. Nice. Good morning, Sam. I've not played Dead by Daylight in, I almost want to say years, but it's definitely been a while since I last played. So I'm hoping that it all comes back to me. Yeah, I am hoping. But it should be fun. I don't know if it's going to be like a team thing or what, but either way, it'll be fun. Ooh. I was watching the Kirsty. Hello, Big Vod. Didn't realize there was a bun stream. Ah. The grey one is falling. His name is Dusty. This is Ffion. They got bunny names, people names. Silent, thank you very much for the 9 months. Congratulations on your baby carrot. Thank you. Little Fifi. Well, she's not. Oh, thank you for the follow. She's bigger than Gerry, not so little. I always forget how much bigger than she is. How much bigger than Gerry she is. When until they get their, like, if they're both on the same medicine, and they're on such different like amounts, and I'm just like, is she that much bigger? Because for the Panicure, Fifi's on 5.5 mil and Gerry's on 4.3 mil. I'm like, that's quite substantial when you're getting down to those, like, such tiny amounts. Oh, Fifi. But I think because, like you say, he is just all fluff, it is difficult to see it. Sometimes when they're lying down together, you can tell. But just generally like this. Together. Ginger, thank you very much for the 25 months. A polar bear walks into a bar and says to the bartender, I'll have a rum and Coke. The bartender says, what's with the big paws? And the bear shrugs and says, I was born with them. Thank you, Ginger. Thank you. I had a message from Kirsty this morning being like, were we meant to record Comfort Zone yesterday? I have a feeling she was right. Well, I would have been absolutely blooming knackered. Why is Gerry just licking the chair? I can't tell you why. I can't explain this behaviour. Do you have a third bunny, but it's technically a chinchilla trying to disguise itself as a bunny? Well, funnily enough, chinchilla is actually a breed of rabbit. So I could technically have a chinchilla and it still be a bunny. But no, just these two. Why does that part of the chair taste nicer than the other parts? Gerry? Does the chair taste nice? Dino, thank you very much for the 2 months. Good morning. How you doing? Yeah, there's a breed of rabbit called a chin. Well, actually, is it a? Maybe it's not a breed. Maybe it's a fur patterning or something. Well, no, I think it is a breed. I think they're sort of like very round, short-eared, sort of similar to Netherland dwarf. I think those are chinchilla bunnies. Comfort Zone is every week. So at the moment, we are recorded up to the weekend before Christmas Eve. So we need to do one for the 23rd. And then, so we need to record 2 more this week to be done for the year. But we are getting there. We are slowly getting there. I think we're going to try and do I just moved. I don't have food yet. You will get it soon. Good job, Fifi. Yeah, we've got a G episode to come out as well. So I think it was the Sarah one this weekend, wasn't it? So we got a Sarah one, then a Just Us, then a G, and then it'll be Just Us. And then maybe a Iridian one? When's the Jenks episode? Oh my gosh, I know. We sort of fell out of contact. I'll have to poke again in the new year. And see what have you got in your mane, Gerry? I can feel a lump of something in there. Do you know, there was a time when I was stroking Gerry and I could feel a lump on the back of his neck, like right here, and I was really worried. And then I like dug around and he just had a poo behind his ears, just there. And I was like, how on earth did you get that there? I don't understand. Not even a toffee, just a solid poop. I have no idea. Wikipedia tells me there's 3 types of chinchilla rabbit. Oh, there you go. Giant chinchilla. Oh my gosh. The ones I've met were small ones. Both bunnies are so adorable. I do just want to hug them every time I see them. I just want to smush them. I just want to smush them. I started listening to Comfort Zone last night to try and help get some sleep. Oh, I'm glad it's do you know what? I feel like that's a mark of a good podcast when you can sleep to it. I find it funny on Bunnies when someone is like, please, I found this on my bunny and I'm worried they're sick, and then actually they just discovered the bunny is male. That happens a lot with like hamsters. So many of the people on the hamster group are just saying like, please help me, my hamster has suddenly formed this big lump, I'm really worried about them. And then people are just like, those are testicles, I'm afraid. Nothing to worry about, all good. Yeah, That's like, I'd say that's like half of the posts on the hamster group. um, oh dear. I was looking at, there's a hamster that I'm tempted to adopt. I said to Alex, if they're still in the rescue by January, when we're ready to adopt another hom, can we go for it? And he was like, yeah. So, hopefully, obviously I hope that they do get a home before then, because that would be very lovely for them. But if they are, hopefully we can scoop them up and look after them. Good morning, Floof. They're called Lettuce. Which is an interesting name for a hamster, I suppose. Oh my gosh, yeah, nipples is another thing. I worried about that with Jenna Bun. I remember I was stroking her and my thumb was rubbing over her tummy. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's got a lump on her. What is this? And then I was like, oh, it's just her nipple. Sorry. I felt like I'd been we'd only had her for like a week or so at that point. I was like, oh my gosh, she thinks she's in some sort of pervert house now. But yes. I tried listening to Conversation to fall asleep again. You started talking about sleep paralysis. Oh no! Sorry. Yeah, buy me dinner first. Jeez. Snowing and raining last week. We've not had any. We've actually been okay for. Well, actually, no, it did rain quite a bit yesterday, but I was in recording, so I could hear it happening, but I thankfully managed to miss it. But yeah, no sign of snow. Alexa, will it snow in Bristol?
No snow is expected in Bristol, England today.
Not today, just in general. Not today, though. Not today. But yeah. I remember feeling so proud making this joke as a child. Oh no, my dog has fallen ass over tin over tin over tin. Oh no. Got to account for all of them. You have 10 centimeters of snow there. Oh my gosh. I had to watch a scary film for I recorded Yomp yesterday, and my film was a scary one that was set in a snowy place, and it made me miss Norway, because there was like one particular part of the film that looked like this very particular place it wasn't in Norway, it was in Finland, but it looked like this one place that we went to, which I still don't actually know how to pronounce, in Norway. But it's, if I say it, Trollcombe, yeah, that's the one. It looks like Ondelsnay or something. Ondelsnay. But I can't remember how you actually pronounce it. Because I do that thing where, when you're reading like a fantasy book, that's the one, Cyan. Because when you read a fantasy book and you just say things in your head, so in my head I've always called it Andelsness, which I'm guessing is not how it's pronounced. But then I never learned how it actually was, because I'd sort of like filled it in my head as Andelsness. So yeah. Morning, Eldritch. I hope your week isn't too bad. Hope you'll get through. Stay strong. But yeah. What was it like meeting Lewis for the first time? Oh, it's pronounced like the Owen Ondelsnaz. But how do you say that? Because I say snaz because it looks like snaz, but how do you say the rest of it? I realize this is a difficult word to try and phonetically say. Gerry, I can see your little bum. Little bum. The A is the A in Wait, which A? There's two. There's ma and ah. Yeah, they are different. Do you know what? I'm just going to go on the internet and do a Google. See if it can be said for me. Meeting Lewis for the first time. He was very lovely. All I remember about meeting Lewis for the first time is that he gave me a hug, and I was just like, "Oh, what a friendly young fellow." But yeah, he seemed very lovely. But it was like, that's a red flag. Oh, no. It's been about 10 years since I met Lewis. In fact, it might be coming up to exactly 10 years. Because I think we would have visited the office at the very beginning of December. Which, thinking about it, must have been a nightmare for Lewis. Because he must have been super busy. But still took the time to come and meet us. And I just remember this was in the old office. We met him, and he gave both of us a big hug. And he took us to the basement, just because that's how the old office was laid out. That the meeting room was in the basement, and I guess he would have just been talking to Alex about what he if he was happy to join the company or something. I don't really remember what was talked about, because I guess it wasn't. He took us to the torture room in the basement, and then told us we were moving to Bristol. We were like, okay, just let us see our family again. No, it was very lovely. And yeah. And then we went and looked at a couple of flats in Bristol. I think that was the same day. Maybe that was 2 different days. Maybe we met him on one day and then looked at places the next. I can't really remember. It was all around the same time. We had basically like a day to find a flat to move into. I think we looked at... Oh no, we had 2 different days. We came down for 2 different days. I think we looked at 3 or 4 places. Picked one of them. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. We picked one, put down a deposit. Turns out it was a really dodgy landlord who took the deposit and refused to give it back. Said that our checks hadn't gone through, as in, like, not money checks, but as in, said that we weren't registered to vote, which wasn't true because we had both voted. And then he was like, sorry, can't give you a refund. And he took like 200 quid or something. So we were like, okay, it's probably a good thing that we didn't end up living in that place, seeing as that's the first impression of the landlord. So we ended up, it was quite lucky though, because we moved into a different place, which we lived in for like years, and was one of the loveliest places we could have found in Bristol. And, well, I don't know how to word this without sounding like a really horrible person. But basically, after like 3 months of living there, the landlord died, which meant that the rent never got put up in all the years we were living there. Which obviously isn't a good thing. I'm not saying in any way that that's a good thing. But the silver lining of it was we had a very cheap flat in Bristol for many years. So yeah. But yes. I never got to meet him. I really wanted to. He had like such a... I think I spoke to him on the phone once and he sounded so interesting. And his name, he was, I can't remember what he was called. He was like Quentin something. You know, the sort of name that you're just like, this is a cool name. I think, Oh no, it was just he was really, really really funny sounding, as in like he sounded like something out of a Roald Dahl book. It would have been nice to meet him. But alas. But then he left it to his nephew who lived in like Japan. And I think because of that, he was just happy to be getting like however much money. All of a sudden, it was just like, you just get this much money sent through to you every month. And he never put it up, which is very nice of him. So, just give me a great idea to keep my rent down. So yeah, we never, like, for those of you who live in Bristol, the rent in our place, Rob, thank you very much for the 55 months, another month for my collection. Yeah, our rent was like £640, I want to say, in the flat. Which, for anyone who lives in Bristol, you will appreciate. Yeah, Arnhall, am I right? So, a lot of people who we know who live in Bristol are like over 1,000 minimum. So, I imagine it has gone up by a lot, but I think as soon as that's expensive to me. I know, it does get ridiculous. Like, some people we know in Bristol are paying almost like £2,000 a month. The rent is ridiculous. So for that, it was, we were very happy. We would basically, if anything broke, we would just try to like fix it as quietly as we could, because we were like, we just don't want to alert the new landlord that we're here. Just pay your rent on time and don't question it. But yes, my flat's near to your old university in Rochester, and that's over 1,000. Oh my gosh, I can't remember how much rent I paid when I was in Rochester. It's too long ago. I guess it would have been very different then anyway. No, I can't remember. Probably got it written down somewhere, but yes. I used to live in, I want to say, Onslow Road in Rochester? Maybe? It was a very lovely house, but it was one of those ones that had, you had to like take the meter key to a shop to top up to get any, otherwise the electricity would cut out. It was one of those types of places. But it was a nice enough place. It had a nice big bedroom. And the two people, funny enough, I lived with two Finnish girls. They're very lovely as well. So we could have watched this film together. Sounds really inconvenient, honestly. We had the same thing in our flat when we moved into that. And it was really horrible because if you were like, oh, the meter's run out. So, you know, we have to, if we want to cook dinner, we got to go up the road to put £50 on the meter so that we can have enough electricity. It's just really annoying. I mean, what you should do is just carry it with you and get into the habit of taking it every time you go to the shop and putting a little bit on or something. But I was glad to not have that system anymore. But yeah, I guess I should give the bunnies their treat. Did they sing that song that inspired by Mortal Kombat? Yeah. Oh. In the flat, we had, what are they called? The storage heaters. So it's one of those things that if you wanted to put the heating on, you had to have decided that you were going to do it the night before and stored up the heating. It was still a lovely flat. Hello, beautiful. And they let us have Bunny in there as well. As long as we signed away our entire deposit, which we did. But it was fine. I'll be quiet now. Munch. Ooh. Hello, Fifi. Tina's coming to ask me for more treats. I'm sorry, I don't have any. I'm sorry. Their eyes are actually sort of Fifi brown, but it's difficult to see. Wait, Fifi. I don't know if you can see around the outside. Oh, they're brown in the light, yeah. But I don't know why I'm trying to show on Fifi, the bunny least likely to stay still. Beep, 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 beep. Gerry has a peculiar little mouth. He's got a cute little mouth. Boo, boo, boo. I mean, you do get, they do have, like, whites around their eyes as well. Wonder if I'll be able to show you on Gerry boy. They have such a lovely shape, it's true. If it's gonna be too dark under here. Oh, sorry, Fifi. She's running alongside me. Hello. Who's the most naughty bun? Well, really, they're not naughty because they're just being themselves. But I guess in terms of chaotic, it would have to be Fifi. But she's never trying to be naughty. She's just being herself. My absolute favourite picture, Gerry, is that when we look up, so you just see his mouth. She's Oh, sorry. I was kissing Fifi. Oh, so she's on my back at the moment, so oh, there we go. I love it when she goes on my back. Oh, she was just using me to get onto the chair. Are you gonna attack me from above? Your Honor, my client was just being themselves. She's just expressing herself. Fifi. Fifi. What are you doing up there, Fuffa? Gerry can be naughty though, like as in terms of like just randomly nipping and being grumpy. Gerry is the naughty boy because he will just like he grunts at me now. They're both rascals. They are. Sometimes even when he's eating his food, if something moves, he'll just grunt. Because I think he's just worried someone's going to take his food away. Even though no one is... Well, I guess Fifi does take his food away. He's He's a grumpy boy. He's got very grumpy in his old age. But that's fair dues. He just knows what he likes and has a certain standard to maintain. Wait, I wonder if you can see his eyes now. You can see that they're sort of like brown around the outside. He's like, what are you doing? Stop it. The thing that some people are surprised by is the fact that bunnies have 3 eyelids. Because you've got, well, on each eye, I mean. So you've obviously got like the top lid and the bottom lid, and then they've got one that is at the front, which goes back sideways, sort of thing. So they've got here. He does not want to be demonstrated upon today. So in this corner of his eye is an eyelid that will go back that way, and it's like a very clear film. You can just about see it there. Just in that corner, you see it's coming across now. So yeah, they have a third eyelid. George's is very big. Yeah, sometimes they're more, well, I guess it's just so that when they're sticking their head into the dirt and stuff, maybe it's to protect it or something. I don't really know. Oh, look at him. Hee. Good morning, Ted. But yeah, I think a lot of people find that weird about bunny eyes. But sometimes it can be, like, if ever I have to give them eye drops for various reasons, and you're trying to put it in, and they, honestly, their eyes are so blooming strong when because you have to, like, pull this bit back to try and expose the white above, and if they don't want to, they just clamp shut. You're like, what? How do I get in there? How is this stronger than me? Yeah. There you go. He's done for the day. He's had his breakfast. He's had his treat. Now he EB. He's EB from a day of splashing bandits. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. Actually, no, maybe this is a bad rant to have. I was on a Facebook post the other day, and people get very angry in certain circles of Facebook, I guess Facebook in general, just about the existence of vegans. And any sort of mention of vegan will get them very like, well, no. And there was someone who was like, someone had posted a photo of their bunny and they had stolen some of their toast, and the bunny was eating the toast. And someone was like, oh my gosh, that's cannibalism, because they were saying like it's because the bunny was a loaf and they were eating bread. That was the joke. But this person got really defensive, and they were just like, no, I'll have you know that I'm just an omnivore because that's what's natural for humans to be, and blah, blah, blah. And they went off on this big rant, and then everyone was like, no, they just meant because it's a loaf eating a loaf. It's just the fact they just kicked off so easily. It was just like, okay. Oh, it just made me chuckle. But the typical one that you get is people being like, if you don't like meat so much, why do you eat meat-shaped things? And I want to start going onto electric car groups and being like, if you hate petrol so much, why do you shape your cars like petrol cars? Oh, it just makes me laugh. It makes me giggle. But anyway, Facebook. Am I right? Look at his little cheeks. Little cheeks. So many people are probably offended by electric cars too. This is true, actually. This is true. It's like there was one of the bloody Suella Braverman in Parliament complaining about the tofu eating people ruining the country, and I'm just like, we can't simultaneously be like, you know, weak and watery vegans but also at the same time be bringing down humanity as we know it. Like, what are we gonna do? The tofu eating woke karate, yeah, that's me. Dear, oh dear. It sounds like Fifi's got through into the wall. Hopefully she's okay. One of them pulled off a bit of skirting board the other day. I don't know which one. Well, I guess it is time for me to head off. And Gerry doesn't look guilty. I don't know, Gerry was there. He wrote on the wall, Gerry was there. Oh, we could go and say hello to G. Well. I don't think there'll be a bunny stream tomorrow. We're meant to be recording something for Jingle Jam, but it's very weather dependent. So it was meant to be this morning, but it got changed to possibly tomorrow. So, yeah, it might be tomorrow. They just want as many people to be there. And I'm people, so I guess I will go. Gosh. But yes, everyone, I hope you have a very lovely rest of your day. I'll be back at 2 for goodness knows what. Maybe Lodonaut and maybe, or maybe Moonstone Island. Maybe Hades. I really don't know what I want to play at the moment. So I'll just see what I feel like at the time as soon as I load up Strum. But yes, everyone, look after yourselves. Kingdom Hearts. No. Be good, and I will speak to you later. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. This is a lot of toffees, Gerry. Oh, Fifi, did you want to say bye? There's Fifi. Ah, Fifi. Watch. Rain to God, I think. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. A boop. Boop.